Hello everyone, welcome to Consultant Chronicle. My name is Mark Thompson. SharePoint 2016 is a few weeks away from its release, so I thought I'd put together a few episodes that outline the SharePoint implementation best practices. First things first, I thought I would share with you 4 reasons why SharePoint implementations fail. Number 1, SharePoint may not align with or enhance your business. We implement SharePoint, but yet we cannot identify how is it making your organization better. How does it help with its productivity? How do people benefit from the implementation of SharePoint? SharePoint could be sitting on a server or a few servers within your IT department, within your data centers, and it's just using resources. Why did we implement SharePoint? Perhaps it was because we had the licensing. We could afford it. We needed something to do. It was the latest and greatest. It was something cool. Maybe you got tired of going to all the various conferences and everyone's talking about SharePoint. You go back to the office, you realize that you do have the licensing, and so you put together a team and you implement SharePoint. Actually, that's a failure. You're not able to identify how it is enhancing the business. That is a failure. Number 2, another reason why SharePoint implementation may fail is because we did not gain broad support for the deployment of SharePoint. Many people deploy SharePoint and they spend months, perhaps years, trying to gain support, trying to get people to use the product. This is a failure on your part as well as the organization to implement the product without broad support. Now, ideal situation is we want support from the top down. Number 3, no clear understanding of the problems SharePoint should address. Many organizations implement SharePoint as a solution waiting for a problem, and that is going to be a failure. This actually does relate to the first advice that I gave you about SharePoint may not align or enhance your business. Well, we know SharePoint, it solves the world's problems, or so you were told. So number 3, without identifying your pain points, without identifying specific problems that SharePoint should address, this will be considered a failure. Number 4, skipping the documentation and training. This is sad, but it happens way too often. We implement SharePoint, we create a few solutions, and the solutions do work, and then we hand it off to our business users. Eventually they become frustrated because there's no training, no documentation. No one told them that this product called SharePoint was coming in-house. So lack of training and support does lead to implementation failures. In the very early stages, training, documentation should be looked at, should be planned for. I'm Mark Thompson. Thanks for watching Consultant Chronicle. We'll see you next time.